Welcome you all the lecture series of operating system. In today's lecture, we are going to see about the topic of operation on processes. So before going into the operation on processes, all we know that what is a processes and what are all the process states, and in terms of each process we have a process control block. So the system must provide the mechanism for the two operations of the processes are the process creation and process terminations. So we have a mechanisms for providing the process creation and process terminations. So what is a process creation means? The parent process creates the child processes, which in turn create other processes, forming a tree of processes. So the creating process is called as a parent and the created process is called it as a child. So the parent process create the child process, and like that it create another processes, it forms like a tree of processes. Generally the process identified and managed via the process identifier. So we in our system we have a till we have a maximum number of processes. So every processes are identified in terms of an process id. So the process id is unique for every process. So the in terms of process creation, resource sharing options like that. So the resource are shared by either in the three concept. The parent and children share all the resources, that is a one type. Next to one, the child share subset of parent resources, that is another option. Then third one is the parent and child share no resources. So in terms of resource sharing, the parent and the child share all the resources, and the second option, the children share subset of the parent processes, and in the third option, the parent and child does not share any resources between them in terms of resource sharing. Next, in terms of execution, the parent and the child execute concurrently. So both are executed concurrently, that is the one option. Second one, the parent waits until the children terminates. So these are all the two options in terms of an execution. So I said that we have a tree of processes in our system. The first parent process is an init. The init created the three child processes. Next, the child process login create the process. From the batch process, it creates the two child process. Like that, the tree of processes are maintained in our system. Next thing is that in terms of a process creation, we have an address space. So the address space, the child duplicate of parent, the child duplicate the parent address space. The child has a program loaded in it, so it duplicate the address space, and that duplicated that the parent it will show it loaded the program in that duplicate address space. So the how that the we are creating the processes means using the system calls. We are creating a process using the fork system call. It creates a new process, and using the execute exc system call is used after the fork, means it replace the process memory space with a new program. So suppose we are using that fork after that execute, means the creating process replace the memory space with a new program, so it duplicate the memory spaces. That is the thing happen in that fork and execute. So I said that there is a two option of execution. Once the fork is created, the parent is wait until that the child is terminated, that is the ஒரு option. அப்படி இல்லைனா the parent or child are executed concurrently. So the fork is created, the new child process means the child is executed until, and it once it terminated, it go to the parent. Till that the parent is in the wait state. After that the parent continues his execution. that is a process creation. In the process termination, the process executes the last statement and then asks the operating system to delete it using the exit system call. So that could be done by the operating system for terminating the process. So it returns the status data from child to parent via the wait. The process resources, suppose the child is terminated, means the process resources are deallocated by an operating system. Second thing is there is a options for an that is the terms of an exit. Next, the parent may terminate the execution of the child processes using the abort. So the abort means the child has exceeded. So when it is used in the abort means the child has exceeded allocated resources, and that is a one option. Second, the task assigned to the child is no longer recur, means it can abort. Next, the parent is exiting, but the operating system does not allow the child to continue if the parent terminates. So that terms the abort system call is used. So in the process termination, one of the term is used, that is a cascading terminations. So the what is a cascading termination means the all children and grandchildren are terminated. The termination is initiated by the operating system. So the some operating system does not allow the child to continue to execute once the parent is terminated. So if the process is terminated, so then in all its child must be terminated, is called it as a cascading termination. Another term is a zoomy. Zoomy means if no parent is waiting, process is called as a zoomy. If the parent is terminated without invoking wait, it is called as a orphan processes. So these are all the terms. These are all the two main operations done by the process in operating system: process creation and process termination. For process creation, it uses the fork system call. For terminating, it uses the exit or abort or the and exit, abort, and that wait. So these are all the three systems call used in that process creation and termination. I hope you will understand the what is the process creation and process termination. Thank you.